We'll see. All right, so we finished I Was a Skinny Tomboy Kid, right? And last week before break we read Bad Boy, and they both had similar themes, right? About what boys and girls are supposed to do and how they're supposed to act based on if they're a boy or a girl. So we're kind of going to go off of that idea and write a short essay. So we're going to do it for today, tomorrow, and Friday. So we're going to be working on kind of the planning of your essay today, as well as like the first draft, trying to get your ideas out. And then we will do some editing and revising, and we'll have a final draft by Friday, hopefully. That is the goal. Okay. So I'm going to present my screen. There was an assignment posted on Google Classroom under ELA that's called Comparative Essay. So I'm going to go ahead and open that one up. And I'd like everybody else to as well, because this is what we're going to be working on today. If you want to open up the stories as well, you can, because you can use the stories. So if you should have access to Bad Boy, hopefully, still. If not, I will try and figure that one out. If anything, I will post it on Google Classroom a different way so that you guys can still see it. So maybe if you want to open up Bad Boy and I Was a Skinny Tomboy Kid so that you have access to both of those while you're thinking about your ideas and stuff like that. So I'll give you guys about 2 minutes, get them pulled up. I'll get them pulled up as well so that we just kind of have all of them.
It doesn't show the Bad Boy thing.
Yeah. And if you go into Savvis, so if you're looking at mine, Bad Boy. Oh, it might be because it's not syncing. Hang on, let me try again. Okay, so Bad Boy might take a few minutes to sync up with Google Classroom so that you guys can see it again. If it's not working, I will upload it a different way so you guys can still see it. But for now, at least open up I Was a Skinny Tomboy Kid. Okay. Opening up comparison essay and I Was a Skinny Tomboy Kid. It might not let you open up both at the same time, does it? Okay, well, there's I Was a Skinny Tomboy Kid. I'm gonna try. Can anybody see Bad Boy? Anybody? No? Okay, I'm gonna do something else and get it pulled up for you guys. Yeah, it's just not syncing for everybody, so I'm gonna. Whoa, what? Okay, that's for later. I'll figure that out later. 60 through 62. I have to do it on my end, yeah. Okay, sorry, almost there. And on Google Classroom, we will add it. All right, that should post now. So now you should be able to open up Bad Boy, I Was a Skinny Tomboy Kid, and the comparison essay. Sorry, I thought that it would sync and you guys would be able to see Bad Boy, but apparently not. But now you should be able to see the two stories. Is it showing up for you guys if you reload? Okay.
Is there supposed to be two things that come with it, or just one for the bad boy passage?
Thank you. So for Bad Boy, you should have just the PDF of it. For what's it called? I Was a Skinny Tomboy Kid. You should just be able to open up the assignment to be able to see it. So you'll have both of those. And then for the comparison essay, there's the Google Doc that we'll do all of our writing on. So that's like 3 things that are open. Not a lot, but are we doing all right? Everybody good so far? What we need to have open? You guys all good? Okay, online, how are we doing? Good, bad, yes, no? Alrighty. So let's go ahead and talk about what we're going to be doing. The directions say, let me zoom in a little bit. You guys should have it open though, but we'll zoom in. Write a comparison essay. How long is a typical essay? What do you guys think? If someone says write an essay, Missy?
2 to 3 paragraphs.
Cool. You guys are both in the right ballpark. Typically an essay is about 5 paragraphs. You have an introduction, 3 body paragraphs, and a conclusion. So 5 paragraphs. I think that for this one, we're going to try, I want you to shoot for 3 paragraphs because you're going to be looking for 2 differences in the stories and 1 similarity. So you can at least get those 3 paragraphs, I think. 2 differences about the stories and 1 similarity. So we'll go with 3 paragraphs. If you want to type that in, that'd be good. I don't think it's going to show up on yours when I type it on it. Like you might have to type that part in. It didn't show up, yeah. So you might have to type that in just so you know we're shooting for 3 paragraphs here. So you're going to write this 3-paragraph essay where you analyze the ways in which the memoir and the poem present ideas about how boots, I spelled that wrong, how boys, nobody caught that when I was typing it, boys and girls are supposed to act. Also discuss similarities and differences in how the form of each text allows those ideas to be presented. So, is it my phone or someone else's? I think it's someone's phone. It's vibrating. It might be mine even. I don't know. So, essentially you're going to be looking for differences between the stories. So we know that our stories were about how boys were supposed to act and girls are supposed to act, right? Like gender norms, how you're supposed to act as a girl, how you're supposed to act as a boy. So you're going to compare and contrast that. So 2 things that are similar about the stories and how they talk about how boys and girls are supposed to act. Did I say similar? 2 things that are different and 1 thing that is similar. Okay? So what we're going to do first is kind of some pre-writing down here at this chart. It says analyze the texts. When you compare the 2 texts, you're going to look at how they are alike. When you contrast them, you're going to look at how they are different. As you work, consider each part of the text. So the structure, so how it's formed. If you think about Bad Boy, is it a story or a poem? You guys remember? It's a memoir, so is it written in paragraphs or poetry? It's written as paragraphs, right? And then I Was a Skinny Tomboy Kid was written as poetry, which is a little bit different. You could look at the word choice to see what kind of words they use to show how boys and girls are supposed to act. It's a vibration. I don't know where it's coming from. If it's someone's phone, just turn it off. It's fine. And then you can look at the use of figurative language and how they describe how boys and girls are supposed to act. So, an example right here says, for example, you might use one row of the compare and contrast of the word choice in each text to another row of figurative language. So you can look at how they're presenting ideas and compare and contrast those. So we're going to start off with this chart. And we're going to fill out 2 differences about the stories and 1 similarity. So you might need to go back and reread the stories really quick if you need to. I would suggest rereading Bad Boy. It's been a while since we read that one. It's pretty short. I'd maybe reread I Was a Skinny Tomboy Kid as well. Might as well. But try and look for differences between the stories. So you're going to get 2 differences for Bad Boy, 2 differences for I Was a Skinny Tomboy Kid, and then find 1 thing that's similar. And you're going to relate all of those back to how boys and girls are supposed to act. Okay? Do we have any questions about this one? It's kind of a difficult one, so I just want to see how well you guys can do on it. It's a difficult concept. Any questions? No? Okay. Let's take about 10, 15 minutes to start filling out your chart here, finding 2 differences for each story and 1 similarity. You can type as much as you need to in these boxes or as little as you need to understand what you need to write about. But take about 10 minutes and fill out this chart. That is your goal right now. Fill out the chart. Okay, you good? If you have any questions, if you're online, you have any questions, just let me know. Here, raise your hand. Okay, so be working on that. Do we want music? It's kind of quiet. I don't think either of those are right. Oh, wow. This might be really loud if you're online. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh. All right, be working on that section, please. There's a little bit of music for the background. Nice Lord of the Rings. Language development.
Miss Jones,
Yeah, Dad, what's up?
would you consider like if you put one box for bad boy does not do boy things and then for another one does not do girl things, would you consider that a similarity or a difference?
That's a good question. I think I would consider it a similarity because they're both going against what they're supposed to do, right?
Yeah, that's basically what I put in the similarity. So all I probably have to do is just change the first one then.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Indiana University Online brings IU to you with 50 undergraduate degree and certificate programs in high-demand fields. Get top-notch instruction from a leading research university, plus the flexibility to fit your schedule, your classroom, anywhere with Wi-Fi. Apply now for spring 2021. Just submit our free 10-minute application. We'll even order your transcripts for free. Don't wait. Tap the banner or visit online.iu.edu to apply today.
And I might have worded it wrong. So you did it. So we're gonna do about 5 more minutes on this part. I know some of you guys are still working, but I just want to explain after what you're gonna do, and then I'll let you work.
How do we do the whole bottom one?
Which bottom part?
Of the comparative essay?
Like after the chart?
Yeah.
That's what I'm actually just about to talk about right now. I know some people are still working on the chart, but I'm just gonna talk about what you do after for those of you that are at that point. So this part is drafting, where you're writing your actual essay. So like I said, we're gonna shoot for 3 paragraphs here. 2 paragraphs about the differences and 1 paragraph about the similarities. So basically you wanna kind of create an organizational plan of how you wanna write it. Figure out the order that you want to write things in. Choose the information that you want to put in your essay. And then you want to consider if there's anything that you might have missed, like maybe there's something in the stories that you want to add in. Maybe you could add another paragraph. Think about that. Are you going to talk about the passages on their own, or are you going to combine it into paragraphs? Things like that. Will you do it by category? So I know some of you guys are talking about how they're similar because they both don't act like the gender they're supposed to act like. So you could compare them that way at the same time, or you can compare them separately. So basically, you're creating a plan for how you want to write it in the order you want to write things in first. Then you want to make sure that you support, this is kind of the important part, because as you are writing throughout your time in school and beyond, you want to make sure that you support your ideas with examples. You got to support your opinion. You can't just throw it out there and be like, this is my thought. You got to support it with some details, or else it's going to come back to bite you in the butt. So you want to take phrases and things and put quotes in your story or in your essay based on quotes from the passages. And then finally, as you're writing, you want to just try and use some transitions so that it's not just like a choppy, quick sentence. You want to transition from idea to idea. So you can use words like, for example, blah, blah, blah. Therefore, this happened. On the other hand, this is a good one for comparing and contrasting. So like one thing happened, but on the other hand, this thing happened, right? Then there's a few more down here, specifically, which is like you're stating something that's from one passage probably. Similarly, we'll talk about how things are similar, so that might be good for the similarity passage or paragraph. In contrast, talks about differences. For instance, is just like, for example. As a result is like a conclusion, and then however is kind of a differences one as well. So you're just going to kind of use these ideas, and right here where it says write your essay below, you're just going to hit enter a few times, and I want you to just get your first draft out. So try and get your 3 paragraphs and get your ideas out on paper about the 2 differences and the similarity. So that's basically what you're going to be doing for the rest of class, trying to get your ideas out and have a first draft done. So let's say 3 paragraphs. Try to get 4 to 5 sentences in each paragraph. I know you guys are capable of that. Okay. It'll probably be 2 paragraphs on the differences you found, and 1 paragraph on the similarities you found. So your goal is to get these 3 paragraphs written. They don't have to be perfect. They just need to be written. Tomorrow and Friday is when we're going to talk about how to edit and revise and make it more clear. So today I just want you to write and get it all down on paper. Or paper, because it's not really paper, but you know what I mean. Does that make more sense what you need to do on the second part here?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so for today, your goal is to finish that chart with like your pre-writing and then write your 3 paragraphs. They don't need to be perfect, they just need to be written. I would like them to be done tomorrow, yeah, so that we can do the editing and revising and write your final draft by Friday. Yep. So, let's see, your list for today. Number 1, finish pre-writing chart. Number 2, write your first draft. This is your goal for the day. Number 1, finish the chart. Number 2, write your first draft so that tomorrow we can do the editing. Have it done by 8 a.m. tomorrow, which is Thursday. Okay. How we feel on that? You guys good in person? Know what you need to be working on? Okay, what about online? How you feel about that?
Yeah.
All right. Those of you that are online, it's 8:30, so I'd like you to keep working for at least 15 more minutes on here and just getting some stuff written. And then maybe at about 8:45-ish, I'll let you guys head out. But I would very much like you guys to be working for the next 15 minutes. Please and thank you. I cannot read that from here. The movie Toothless.
It's
I don't think
where,
I. Go ahead.
it's like where it's like, so